About 20 years ago, Bugatti basically tore up the rulebook with the Veyron. This was a car that showed up with 1,001 horsepower, casually blasted past 400 kilometers per hour, and somehow still felt luxurious and refined. It didn't just raise the bar, it created a whole new category altogether. Fast forward to today, and Bugatti is looking back at that moment with something very special. It's called the F.K.P. Hommage, and it's the second creation under Program Solitaire, built to honor both the spirit of the Veyron and the man whose vision made it all happen, Professor Dr. Ferdinand Karl Piëch. What's wild is that the Veyron story didn't even start in Molsheim. It started on a high-speed train in Japan, where Ferdinand Piëch sketched out the idea for the W engine layout that would eventually define modern Bugatti. By that point, he'd already reshaped automotive engineering with Volkswagen's VR engines, from the VR6 in the Golf to the W8, W12, and finally the outrageous quad-turbo W16. That engine became the foundation for Bugatti's rebirth and one of the most ambitious power plants ever put into a road car. The W16 itself is a packaging miracle. By staggering the cylinders in a short, wide configuration, Bugatti engineers managed to shrink what would normally be a meter-long engine down to just 645 millimeters. That allowed the Veyron to have a surprisingly compact wheelbase, along with all-wheel drive and beautifully balanced weight distribution. The result was something almost unheard of at the time, a hypercar that could annihilate supercars on a straight, while still feeling calm, stable, and usable. When the Veyron first appeared at the 1999 Tokyo Motor Show, its design made just as strong a statement as its engineering. Designed by a young Joseph Caban under Hartmut Vorkus, it didn't follow the aggressive, forward-leaning wedge shapes that dominated supercar design back then. Instead, it leaned back. It looked confident, composed, and almost understated for a 1,000-horsepower machine. That Bauhaus-inspired approach has aged incredibly well, and even today, the Veyron still looks modern and purposeful. Now, the F.K.P. Hommage builds on that legacy using the most advanced version of Bugatti's W16 platform. Under the skin is the 1,600-horsepower quad-turbo engine, first seen in the Chiron Supersport, the very car that finally pushed past the 300 miles per hour barrier. This is the ultimate evolution of the W16, with larger turbos, improved intercooling, enhanced cooling overall, and a reinforced gearbox designed to cope with all that torque. Visually, the F.K.P. Hommage stays true to the Veyron's relaxed, leaning-back stance, but everything has been refined. The iconic horseshoe grille is now a fully three-dimensional piece, machined from a solid block of aluminum, flowing smoothly into the surrounding bodywork instead of sitting flat. The color split across the car follows the updated panel lines with far more precision, giving the whole shape a cleaner, more cohesive look. Larger front air intakes feed the more powerful engine. The signature air ducts behind the occupants' heads remain, and new wheel sizes, 20 inches up front and 21 at the rear, bring the design and performance fully up to date with the latest Michelin tire technology. Paint technology has also come a long way since the original Veyron, and Bugatti really shows that here. The red exterior finish is layered in a way that creates incredible depth, with a silver, aluminum-based layer underneath a red-tinted clear coat. As you move around the car, the color almost comes alive. In contrast, the exposed carbon fiber isn't just painted black. It's finished with a clear coat that includes black pigment, giving it a richer look and even a different feel up close. Step inside, and this is where the F.K.P. Hommage really breaks away from previous W16-era Bugattis. The interior is almost entirely new, even compared to the Chiron or Mistral. There's a unique circular steering wheel that echoes the Bauhaus simplicity of the original Veyron, paired with a completely bespoke center console and tunnel cover, all machined from solid aluminum. Bugatti also introduces custom car couture fabrics woven exclusively in Paris, marking a big evolution beyond the leather-focused interiors of the past. Part 2. Front and center on the dashboard is something truly extraordinary, an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Tourbillon. This 41mm timepiece was integrated at the request of the car's future owner and sits in its own island, finished with engine-turned polishing, a nod to the craftsmanship of Ettore Bugatti's original straight-8 engines. Even more impressive is how it works. The watch winds itself using a rotating gondola mechanism powered by the car, without any electrical connection. It's an incredible blend of engineering, artistry, and personal expression, and a perfect example of what Program Solitaire is all about.